Thank you for coming out tonight, watching our show. We've been Devised together since August. We're so excited to share this brand new play with you. But before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys know that we have a content warning. I'm Fine, I guess, is about mental health and everything that goes along with it. So, we'll be talking about intergenerational trauma, eating disorder, substance abuse, and suicide, and more. But there'll also be plenty of jokes, profanity, loud noises, random outbursts, stage combat, and...
Wait. Don't forget to mention, mental health is a huge spectrum of experiences, and what they're about to see is inspired by the bits and pieces of the conversation we've had this semester on the topic, as well as a few personal experiences and some research. Oh, and definitely don't forget...
Oh, and dance breaks!
What's the worst piece of advice someone has told you relating to mental health?
It's all in your head.
Yeah.
No shit, it's all in my head.
The idea that there's a specific way for a man, or for that matter a boy, to react when they're faced with adversity, whether it's at school, or family, work, as they get older, anything like that.
Be strong.
Just calm down, or you don't need to worry about that, or don't overthink it too much.
Oh, like get over it, it'll be okay, you know.
Not really pay attention to it. Well, that's a horrible piece of advice because you need to pay attention to your mental health.
I'm an adult and I should be responsible for my actions, for what I do.
Oh boy.
I'm like, thank you.
Oh man, dude, this place is awesome.
I don't like it.
Hey Penny, what's taking you so long?
It's worse than our last apartment.
Well, see, I was trying to bring in, thank you, all of our stuff. You know, Felice, we have to pack light this year since we have the fourth roommate. What are you doing?
I'm unpacking.
You can't start yet. We still have stuff in the car, and not everybody is here. Oh wait, where's Triste? He was supposed to be here by now.
I'm over here.
Triste!
Oh, I missed you, man.
Okay. First order of business, we need to pick our rooms.
Oh, I already did.
You can't just pick a room. We are going to be in these rooms all year long. Okay, let's think about this. I'm going to need a room close to the door in case there's a fire. Or maybe I want one furthest away in case there's a break-in. Or what if I wake up in the middle of the night choking and I need a glass of water? Then I really want to be by the kitchen. Oh no.
I just need a room close to the bathroom so I can cry in the shower.
And what about our fourth roommate? I mean, who knows what they're going to need? Oh no. What if they don't like it here? What if none of us like it here? Did we check the vents for mold? Is that a leaky faucet?
Penny, you worry way too much. I mean, everything is fine. This place, it's awesome. I mean, check out this window. It's so giant. It makes it so bright in here. Oh, wait, look. I can see some of our neighbors.
I prefer to sit alone in the darkness.
But Felice, haven't you ever heard of stranger danger? I mean, we haven't even met those people yet.
Oh, calm down. I'm sure they're nice people. I mean, most people around here, hey, look, they're waving back. Hi, neighbors.
Oh, great. I can never be comfortable in my own apartment because there's this big window where everyone can see everything. I hate this apartment.
Hey, Penny, did you say something?
Ah! Who
is gonna be the best. I'm Felix, but you can call me Feliz. This is Patty.
Hi.
And over here is our pal Triste.
Okay, well, I need my own space. Thank you, Mister.
Oh, great choice. But I already started putting some stuff into that room, though.
Well then, take it out.
Uh-oh.
Well, this isn't going to be good.
I don't like feeling this way.
What way?
I am drifting, I am shifting, brain is walking away. My body's here, I'm filled with fear, my mind's gone astray. I'm disassociating, it is so frustrating. I have pottery, maybe it's the ADHD, I am going crazy. I am stressing, always guessing, will I be okay? Let's see what they have to say.
Remember when I was 9, I wet the bed. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be taking a math test. I'm supposed to be taking my test. I'm lost. Where am I? Oh, I am taking a math test. It's 7 in the morning, didn't sleep till 4. I woke up on the floor. Been called dumb since I was 6, want this no more. Guess I'll become a housewife. I fucking hate my life.
That was really depressing. Really, really depressing. Let's see what they have to say.
I'm on a first date, it's getting late. I'm so spaced out and anxious, I might smash a plate. I'm disassociating, maybe I'm not meant for dating. What do I even say? I have a dog named May. I don't actually have a dog, my mind is stuck inside a fog. And with the bread he likes to hawk, should I just run or lightly jog? But oh look, that's a cog in my blood to escape this frog. What is his name? It could be said I lose my breath, it's going to death. Will it ever go away?
Hooray! We're disassociating. It is so frustrating. Our minds are out to get away. Maybe it's the ADHD is driving us crazy. We'll never be okay. We'll never be okay. We'll never be okay. We'll never be
We're 11 minutes into our play.
And at this time, we'd like to acknowledge that nearly 48,000 people died by suicide in the U.S. in 2021.
That's one person every 11 minutes.
We couldn't create a play about mental health and not recognize the second leading cause of death from ages 10 to 14 and 25 to 34.
At the age most of us are. Number 1 is unintentional injuries, which includes substance abuse.
Number 2 is homicide, which includes gun violence and domestic violence. Both are inextricably tied to mental health. Number 3 is suicide.
It is crucial that we take care of ourselves and each other, so here at Cal Poly Pomona we have CAPS, counseling and psychological services. Our tuition dollars go towards this service so that it can be free to the members of our community who may need to access it. Okay, but sometimes CAPS is swamped because, well, we're all going through it. I found the resources hard to secure, so I turned to cultural clubs and centers to build a resource system for myself, because sometimes you've got to be your own advocate.
And did you know there's a new 3-digit number for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline?
988.
This new number launched in July of this year and lets people connect with a trained crisis counselor.
988 is confidential, free, and available 24/7, 365 days a year.
If you're experiencing mental health-related distress or are worried about a loved one who may need crisis support, call or text
988.
And if you need to step out of our performance at any moment, please feel comfortable to do so. We want you to feel empowered to take care of yourselves and each other, whatever that may look like for you. Okay, let's step back in.
The world has consumed my dying, dry thing. I am no longer seeing you. It is a complete surveillance. It no longer makes sense. Overthinking, tired, weeping, never sleeping, blind, blinking, caffeine, no gasoline, never okay, think big words, unfinished projects, beep, beep, beep.
Brain. Brain.
Brain! A whole lot of stuff.
Hey, are you okay?
We'll never be okay. We'll never be okay. We'll never be okay.
The most important part of any baked good or delicious souffle is to make sure you give it some time to breathe. It's the same thing with you and with me. I would say we're a couple of sweet treats, so let's take some time to breathe. First, we breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. Let's do this just 2 more times to make sure we're all settled in. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. Great job. Doesn't that feel relaxing? Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. Great job, everyone. Now that we've all taken a moment to cool down and get all those day jitters out, let's get cooking. Today's recipe is a request from one amazing viewer, Miss Carol Ann. Carol Ann wrote in and said, I just had to make my famous Rise and Shine dessert. She says it's always a comfort food for her, and she's been going through some hard times lately. Well, my chickpea, I'm sorry to hear about all those troubles bubbling, but there's nothing like a self-care recipe to make your day just a little better. What you folks at home are going to need to make this no-bake to take away your heartache is 1 cup of pillows, half a teaspoon of sunshine, 3 large words of positivity, lightly whisked, and 2 teaspoons of your preferred brand of self-care. First, we're going to start off with 1 cup of pillows because it's important to rest every now and then. And then, you know what, we're also going to add half a teaspoon of sunshine to our mix to boost our serotonin. Go ahead and add that right in. Now, I like to add just a little extra to get my day started and my tummy happy. Now that we have both of those in our bowl, we need to make sure it's well balanced. So, let's go ahead and put that in, and we got to make sure that we keep on stirring. Stirring is just like exercising. You got to get your ingredients moving so you get the perfect balance in every bite. Exercising releases endorphins that can relieve pain and reduce stress. Go ahead and keep mixing. Woo! Don't we feel better already? Now that we're well balanced, let's also go ahead and add 3 large words of positivity to our mix. Now, sometimes I run out of positivity, but I can always count on a few people to have some extra to spare when I'm in need. Today's words of positivity are, I am braver than I think. Now, I want you all to say these with me now. I am braver than I think. Great job, everyone. Our second words of positivity are, healing is not linear. Say this with me, everyone. Healing is not linear. It sure is not linear. That's so true. And our last words of positivity are, I am amazing. You know what to do. I am amazing. Heck, yes, you are amazing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add those large words of positivity into our mix. Next, we're going to go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of your preferred brand of self-care. Now, you can use any brand of your choice, whether it's buying yourself flowers, taking a long shower, or even taking time to read your favorite book. So let's go ahead and add that right into our mix. We'll stir it up once again, and our mix is finished. But don't forget, the most important part of any recipe is to make sure you give it time to breathe, cool down, and rest. While we go ahead and let our mix rest, I thought I'd share with you all my favorite food for mood exercise. Singing. Did you know that singing can be good for you? Whether it's in the car, in the shower, or even in the middle of a food court. Singing can be a great way to let all those locked up emotions out. So I thought we could sing together this evening. Do we have any birthdays in the audience today? What's your name, sweetheart?
Adrian.
Adrian. Okay, everyone, we're going to sing happy birthday to Adrian. Y'all know what to do?
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adrian. Happy birthday to you.
Now, you've all been such a wonderful audience this evening. I think we all deserve a little taste of all our hard work. If you would all look under your chairs, you will find nothing. Because my bakers will be coming to you with a chance to try this vegan, nut-free, gluten-free, food for mood without the attitude, rise and shine jam. Now, it has been such a joy to cook and care with you all. Join us next week for an episode where we tackle the recipe for Bake the Blues banana bread for all those pesky seasonal blues. Till next time, I'm your host, Elisa-Belle. Y'all take care now.
I'd say this life, and I don't mean just like living the capitalistic life we live, but like life itself, like plants and animals, to be beautiful, I'd say.
Nature, animals, sunsets, music, cooking, food, just spending time with people you love. All the little moments are really the things that bring the most joy.
The memory of my family, because we Asians are very family oriented. Even though I'm far away from them, whenever I think of them, you know, it brings me joy.
And sometimes it's just knowing that I get to wake up when other people don't. Sometimes that brings me joy.
Hey, what I miss? Just this light of bliss. I'm such a dork. Your show always makes me so hungry.
We just ate. Let's see what else is on.
All right, Parker family. last question for you folks. According to a sampling of CPP students, what stops people from getting help and mental health support?
Cost.
All right, let's see it. Yeah! All right. Randy.
Stigma.
Ooh, I'll have to hear about this one a little later. Do we have it? Okay. All right, Eva, what discourages you?
Time!
Nobody's got time for that. Do we have it? Yeah! Okay. All right, Mary.
I'm gonna say no motivation.
Okay. Do we have it?
Yeah!
Eva, do you have one more for us this evening?
Just too damn far.
Okay, well, let's see if you went too far with your answer. Do we have it?
Yeah!
All right, Isai, it's all down to you.
My dad! It's a long story.
All right, we'll leave it at that then. Do we have it? Family!
Are they commodifying mental illness?
No, they're trying to raise awareness of it.
Yeah, but I mean, they're making money off of it.
Let's just see what else is on.
Smiley Sam here with Sad-Faced Motors. Who states you can't buy happiness? Our end of the season sales event is this Sunday only, and you can come on down and drive around in a new car. Pure happiness. Only Sad-Faced Motors can turn that crown upside down and make you the happiest buyer in the world. Hello, little or no credit, no problem. All we need is you and your credit card. So come on down and tell them Smiley Sam sent you.
Is Hailey in the house? There you are! You're the next contestant of the Price is Right mental health competition. Come on down! Sorry. Okay, show us what our lucky contestants can win today.
Next up is a bottle of Prozac. Prozac is a prescription medication used to treat symptoms of obsessive-compulsive disorder, panic disorder, PMDD, and bulimia nervosa. Prozac may be used alone or with other medications. Prozac, also known as fluoxetine, is an SSRI that works by increasing serotonin levels in the brain. Side effects of Prozac include blurred vision, tunnel vision, eye pain or swelling, seeing halos around lights, hallucinations, lightheadedness, dizziness, vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, loss of coordination, slurred speech, fainting, dry mouth, headaches, agitation, confusion, anxiety, swelling in your face or tongue, burning in your eye, decreased sex drive, impotence, and difficulty having an orgasm.
Wow, that's a lot of words. So, as you know, we live in a country that does not have universal health care. And majority of folks are underinsured. And one health crisis away from bankruptcy. So we are looking for the price of a 1-month subscription of Prozac for those who are uninsured. Hailey, what's your bid?
$200.
Mary?
Well, my sister's Lexapro without insurance is $455.70, so $450.
Okay, Randy?
Long time fan of this show, I gotta say it. $1 Bob.
All right. Actual price is Mary, you're the winner. $650. Congratulations.
Is that how much you pay?
Yeah,
Why?
because I need it.
But do you really? My psychiatrist tried to push that stuff on me, and I just feel like
week until I made this energy drink and certainly really bad drink name here for people like you. But who are you? I'm glad you asked. I'm the #1 stunner, baby. Mo Money Mickey. I'm telling you, this drink will give you the boost to stack bread all day, 8 days a week. Woo! To stack bread? 8 days a week? Oh, yeah. But there's only 7 days in a week. No, when you're a hustler. This drink has done wonders in my life and the lives of all my bros. I haven't slept in 11 days. I don't need sleep because I got this drink. Give me the book. Oh, give me the book. Come on. All right. I'm always working and improving my life, as you can see. I'm smarter. I'm better. I know every language except broke. Wow! When would we get out?
Mo Money Mickey seems kind of sad.
Kind of.
Emmett, you are on a roll. Where would you like to go next?
I'm gonna do mental health for 400, please.
One cause of depression is an imbalance in blank.
What are chemicals in the brain, also known as neurotransmitters?
Correct.
Mental health for 200.
A natural way to stay in shape and increase feelings of happiness is to blank.
What is exercise?
That's correct. Would you like to finish the topic? Mental health for 500. This form of psychotherapy helps people recognize negative patterns of thought and replace them with healthier ways of thinking.
What is cognitive behavioral therapy?
That's correct.
Daisy, your telenovela's on.
Mamá, te dije que tocaras mi puerta.
Acabo de hablar con tu tía Tere y me contó todo lo que le dijiste al primo Chucho. ¿No es cierto, José Luis?
Pinche Chucho. Yo no sé qué te sacó mi tía, no es verdad.
No sabes qué me contó tu tía. No sé, Luis, Julio de la Rosa, no me mientas, porque también hablé a tu escuelita y me contaron lo mismo. ¿Por cuánto tiempo ha estado pasando todo esto?
¿Pasando qué?
¡No me quieras ver la cara de estúpida!
No sé qué estás hablando.
¿Por cuánto tiempo has estado yendo a...? ¡Contéstame!
6 semanas. Mamá.
¿Por qué? ¿No te hemos dado una buena vida? Amor, comida, un techo sobre tu cabeza. ¿Qué hice yo? ¿En dónde te fallé como madre?
Mamá, no digas eso. No es por tu culpa o de papá. Estoy haciendo para mí mismo, ¿de acuerdo? Más tengo unas cosas de resolver.
¡Ya! Ya no hables más porque nada más se me está bajando el azúcar con tanta pendejada.
Ya no, mamá, ya no me puedo quedar callado, respondendo. Sí, estoy en donde debería y me gusta y no voy a parar de ir, necesitas aceptarlo.
Nada más espera hasta que llegue tu papá a la casa a ver cómo te va a ir, porque esta conversación aquí no se ha acabado. ¿Me escuchaste?
Oh shit. Hi, Dr. Parker. You won't believe the conversation I just had with my mother.
Therapy is like a support system. When I feel like I didn't have a support system, I reached to a breaking point in high school. Therapy gives me tools to handle things. Therapy is solution versus problem. In other words, a therapist would give me tools, and sometimes it solves the problem, sometimes it creates more.
I don't know where to begin. Everyone I hear from says therapy is great for them, but only once you found the therapist for you. I mean, I think it would be great to speak and say things I can't to others to a trained professional, but who knows?
If only I can get therapy. But if I take a crack, will I still hide what's truly happening? Will I spend months and years wasting
Just learning to trust someone who may never actually break my wall. What if I switch therapists too soon? Another doctor just after my insurance money? Another doctor trying to fix me with medication no matter my persistence? Another doctor trying to tell me that I'm validated but not actually help me? A doctor who I don't even have.
Therapy is unnecessary. I don't need it. I'm fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I'm perfect the way I am. I don't need fixing. I hate the thought of someone messing with who I am. I hate the way they speak their sacred words. Confidential, safe space. No judgment here. Bullshit. All bullshit.
Therapy is also taking a chance on yourself. To speak to someone who lets you know that you truly are not alone. I know everyone says therapy is this and therapy is that, but it truly is a choice you have to make for yourself. I want to learn how to undo the toxic traits I have developed over the years of childhood trauma. It's a long process, and I have to be patient with myself. I want to have better relationships with the people around me, and it starts with me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be such a relief to speak and get a bunch of that stuff off my chest, you know? So, if I follow through with this process and I end up getting a therapist, I hope it's not all in vain.
You might respond well to different medications, or you might not. You might respond well to different therapy methods, or you might not. There's no one cure for mental illness, no magic bullet. When I discovered that cognitive behavioral therapy is actually not effective for my OCD, so much started to make sense. I saw a specialist this summer that explained to me that OCD does not work with CBT. It can actually make my symptoms worse. So, now I know.
Therapy is shitty, fun, awful, and kind of traumatizing. Raisins. We did a mindfulness exercise on raisins for like 3 years straight. Yeah, okay, 75% of the time I did not want to be there. Push that to like 96%. Therapy is where I go to help identify certain behaviors that don't benefit my life and learn how to change them. I mean, it's definitely a process and something that you have to allow yourself enough grace and patience to help navigate all the feelings you have. But your problems will not be solved overnight, but at least slow change is better than none. At least for me.
I am not sitting in that room for 30 minutes like some specimen in a petri dish, just for this complete stranger to gripe at me, to his coworkers, and his family during his downtime.
Social media can be great. I feel like the knowledge shared by random people post about what their therapist said to them to be actually quite helpful. Therapy without the pain. There's also that feeling of being less alone because you find others also feel the same way as you do. Or social media's way of having to be seen as perfect, so no one really knows what's really going on behind the scenes.
I don't want to keep things in. I always speak to my significant other, my sisters, my mom, and of course my OB/GYN. That is my therapy. I'm not scared to let it out within my small circle.
Well, my sessions would always start off with like, or end with like, you're doing great. I felt like my problems had to be dire and worth something, so I didn't open up to them for 3 years. I mean, you're sitting telling a stranger your deepest, darkest secrets, and that same stranger is taking notes and giving advice back to you. That's scary. And like, they're literally in your head, and your head is a scary place. At least I know mine is. But it can be worth it. I mean, I have a toolbox of self-awareness now. I recommend highly. 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, it's more than just being asked, and how does that make you feel, as they mock in all those comedies. It's a way to finally see yourself beyond the looking glass.
Dear me, what a journey. As a little black girl from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, I remember helping my friends out by making puzzles, making cookies, doing fun science projects together, getting messy outside. My mom is a retired nurse. I always loved taking her child to work days and lending her a helping hand. Going through this life's journey, I realized that hasn't changed. I still love listening to and talking to people. And that's why I've decided to become a therapist. yesterday. During my training, I had my first session with a couple who were screaming at each other. The woman was upset and frustrated because her husband had cheated on her. She resorted to shopping, lots and lots of shopping online, just spending their life savings away. Now, don't ask me how he cheated on her during the pandemic. I mean, some people were having pandemic babies and some people were having a really tough time. It was just heartbreaking for me to watch and listen to both sides of their stories. Of course, I don't want them to get a divorce, so I am strategizing on different activities for our next session. How to bring them close together and rebuild their trust and their love for each other. The COVID-19 pandemic has been a blow for all of us, contributing to a significant rise in mental health crisis. I am also working with a student who had a breakdown because their university transitioned her classes back to in-person. She had a lot of what-ifs. Like, what if all her classes are full again and people are still sick with COVID? What if she has to attend her school club? What if she doesn't pass all her classes? I mean, she feels so much pressure to succeed as we live through these uncertain times. Back home in Tanzania and in many African countries, there's also been a significant rise in mental health crisis. With advancements in technology, a lot of cities in Africa have adapted to Western culture, a modern life, I should say. And it's so different from 30 years ago when I was growing up. And just like in the US, the divorce rate is so high in the urban areas, and so are suicide rates, domestic violence, depression, you name it. Governments are struggling with lack of resources and skilled doctors, but still, they're trying very hard. We must make mental health a global priority. I go back home every year, and this year I met with a group of local psychiatrists to do research for my dissertation. There is a big and much needed push happening in the private sector. As a matter of fact, I have a friend who goes back to Tanzania every year and runs a psychiatry practice. He shared his experiences with me, illuminating that while mental health is a global issue, it must be tackled locally and catered to each individual's needs. And it is now why I ask my own clients questions like, what are you doing next? Is there something that you're searching? Is there a project that you're working on? Is there a friend or anyone you can talk to? And so forth and so on. Now, the questions might sound so simple, but I get to understand, and I get a lot of information, and I get to understand and know how I can best support them and their mental health journey. Sometimes it takes time, but that is okay, because all good things takes time. In Swahili we say, kila jambo jema lina muda wake. Every good thing has its moment.
Panic attacks are common, and they can happen as often as twice a month to
we offer a variety of grounding techniques and support to help you get through this difficult time. We offer doggy cuddles, a bag of fresh air, get in touch with your senses, and count on you. Which technique would you like to try?
I'll try doggy cuddles and a bag of fresh air, please.
Breathe into this bag and let me know if that helps.
This isn't working.
No worries. Not every technique works for everyone. That's why we offer a variety. Can we try get in touch with your senses?
Yes, please.
I'll guide you. First, look around and name 5 things you can see.
I see bright lights, and there's a window, and there's people looking, and there's the color red, and you.
Wonderful. Breathe. You're doing great. Next, name 4 things you can touch.
This dog, and the cold floor, and my sweater, and my hair. I actually took a shower.
And we love that for you. Next, name 3 things you can hear.
I hear the AC, and I hear there's paper crinkling, and I hear other people breathing.
Great job. Next, name 2 things you can smell.
Smells kind of old and dusty. And perfume. Oh, it smells really nice.
Thanks, that's me. Last and final step, name 1 thing you can taste.
My cherry chapstick. Tastes real good.
Lovely. And you did amazing. How do you feel?
Much better. Thank you.
Great. Glad we could help.
Thank you for flying with Panic Plane Airlines. We hope you enjoyed your journey to the land of the grounded. Remember these exercises you used today to help you the next time you are having a panic attack.
Hello, everybody. How we doing tonight? Woo! Hey, I like this guy. Keep it up, man. Bring it. Okay. We've got a show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're prepared. Strap in. You show the edge of the seat. Your choice. Alrighty. Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Arthur Finch with That's Family. Now tonight we're going to look at a lovely little family with many fun family members. Now, as I'm sure we're all aware, we're recently experiencing over the Thanksgiving break a huge shout out to CPP for moving Cesar Chavez Day to that break for us. We're very appreciative of all that you do, CPP. Thank you. Now, knowing that the holidays are often a little bit stressful, sometimes going home isn't relaxing at all. All the time with one's family can lead to a buildup of terror and suspense, all culminating in either a huge explosion of emotion or just quiet panic and chills and so on and so forth. Now, let us hone in on the device which often forces us into great contact with our stressors in life. I am referring, of course, to the dinner table. Here, not only do we lay our scene where we fight over scraps and morsels of food, but often we lay into debates. The battle begins this evening with our protagonist, Brooke's parents, setting the mood for the rest of the evening. Brooke's relationship with both has been strained recently, but her mother has become more and more of a bother, a nuisance even. Following them is Brooke's perfect sister, Sandra, always outshining her in every way. And here comes the star of our tonight's episode, ladies, gents, and non-gender conforming folks, Brooks, a college student with a lot on her plate. She has midterms, finals, romance, and a social life to boot. I mean, who even knows what else, since there's a whole number of things we deal with today. Brooks is home for the holidays, and boy, everyone has a question for her.
Thank you for finally deciding to help us, dear. Sandra's been here a while. Where were you?
Yes, even the build-up to the arrival of the family puts everyone in dazzling moods. Right now, Brooks is really dreading her conversation with, well, everyone.
Hey, honey, Brooks,
And they're off. Susan's setting the table the fastest scene since 1999. Tommy picks up the pace, runs to the kitchen to ensure the food's in its final form. Brooks with the panic, but right into the save. Maneuver into the slide to the corner for maximum avoidance. All right, roll call. Who's at that door? It's Aunt Belle, Susan's sister, positively bursting with questions for Brooks. And her daughter, defiant, inciting, stat-quoting, politically motivated Rachel. Rachel's ready to begin a conversation, or more appropriately, a political battle with anyone willing or unwilling. Following.
Hello, how's my favorite family doing?
Following them this evening is our favorite family friend, Jessica, who's here avoiding her own family.
I brought the wine.
Look out, fans at home. Uncle Lawrence and Clara are here. Uncle Lawrence has never been that interested in Brooks, and his lack of reaching out and staying connected leaves room for discomfort. And Clara, who even knows that much about her? I mean, she's been coming to these events forever, and we still don't know her. Well, now with everyone here, I say, Rupert, where'd you go off to? Would you care to give some insight on the scenario for us? Oh, I say I would, sir. Give me one sec. Well now, Brooks has the upper advantage playing on home turf here. She'll have some tough opposition on the playing field, but if the members of the family position themselves well, she won't have any means of escape. Now let's see, everyone begins taking offensive positions. Uncle Lawrence and Clara make the first move and take the far left end of the table. Let's see, the middle is of course reserved and kept for the host of the evening, as the daughters won't have it either side of them. Now there's these very few spots left open for Brooks if she can make a move, but too late. The other end of the table has been taken, blocking access for a quick escape. Jessica has taken and secured that location. Let's see, Brooks is looking. Oh, she's chosen the Lawrence end of the table, forcing Belle and Rachel, of course, to the opposite side. That could be the best position in all this mess. I say, thank you so much for the insight. We're very thoughtful of you. Now, with everyone here, the battle is ready to begin. Who will tip the scales and upset the balance of the force this evening?
Thank you. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you so much. We appreciate you made it up this fine evening. We appreciate the efforts you made coming out to witness this fantastic event. Now raise your glass and cheers to a happy.
Now we get to the good part. Let's listen in to what they've been saying.
So, Jessica.
Yes.
How's the family?
You know, I just don't want to see them.
So, Aunt Susan, did you hear about all the spending your latest candidate's doing in office? Pretty suspicious, huh?
Well, now he's there to clean up all of the horrible.
The horrible what? What were you gonna say, Aunt Susan?
Brooks, what's new? How's school? Anyone you're,
No, it's same as always. Same as the last family get together. Nothing much has changed. I'm still at Pomona. So, Clara, how's driving coffee?
Oh, well, you first,
Yeah. Oh, it's really great. Yeah. The business is going well. You know how much I love coffee.
This, in fact, was not true. Despite seemingly building an empire of coffee, Clara hated the dark caffeine-filled liquid. In fact, the only thing that brought her joy during her workday was watching a fly drown in her morning cup of coffee.
Brooks? See, I also love
Brooks?
coffee.
Are you gonna have your graduation this year?
That's the plan.
Is that going to be for your major or minor degree?
For both.
Now, I was thinking.
It's tricky being a college student at a family gathering. Everyone is always asking her stuff. This and that. Are you seeing anyone? Oh, who could that be? Now, are you graduating yet? Now, will you actually use that diploma? Oh, why aren't you applying yourself? Frankly, it's enough to make a person lose their mind.
That is it! I have had it, Aunt Belle. You have asked me the same questions over and over for months now. Could you at least generate some new material? This is getting ridiculous.
Now, sweetie.
No! You know what? This has gone on far enough. Young lady, you've been overstepping your boundary for a while now. Ever since you went to that polytechnic public assessment. I went. Oh, yes. Oh, please,
You know, it's fighting like this that makes me No, I'm filled with, well, to be honest, it's a wild mix of emotions right now. One day we may wake up and everything's hunky-dory, and the next morning it's not. But I'll tell you what really drives us mad. The lack of people around us. I mean, these goddamn people are supposed to be the ones we can trust. But no, these ingrates all turn their backs on us. These goddamn shitty, ungrateful people. And yet, while some of family is like this, not all of it is. We are often prone to mistakes, and often they, well...
I just wanted to plan a party for your graduation! Oh.
Thank you for joining us this evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Arthur Finch signing off.
What is stressing you out? If I were to see like a current event or something where something awful or atrocious is happening, that'll bring me stress because just, sometimes the state of the world brings stress to human beings.
Well, right now I'm on a weight loss journey, and so I think the constant thought of me putting too much pressure on myself, of wanting to reach my goals and stuff.
School and personal life experiences that I'm going through as a first timer.
First timer where?
In relationships wise.
The fact that I have to deal with 21 units in college, which is quite a bit actually.
Arms in the preparatory position. Arms at my side. Feet in fifth. Feet unsteady. Arms up to first. 2, 3, 4. Second. 2, 3, 4. Reach. And plie. I remember when I lost my appetite. It wasn't so much that I wasn't hungry. It was more of I couldn't bring myself to eat.
I met my body. It was in the same reflection as 6 other girls. From ages 4 to 17,
the world seemed unfair, telling us to strive for the ideal body shape. 32, 24, 36.
Our forms shaped and shifted, both in front of and alongside each other. For almost all of my growing years, we gazed into glass, one hand perched on the bar, the other desperately reaching for grace.
I couldn't help but overanalyze.
From the stretch marks on my thighs to the questioning of all my meals, from the soles of cracked heels to the cliff ends of my fingertips,
from the holes in my life to the tears in my eyes,
we drew lines with our bodies in the reflection our shapes were born in. Our small eyes gazed upwards in hopeful awe at the posters in the wall, portraits of the women we sought to be.
With shapes so clean they had to be drawn, in the legs of gazelles and the neck of a swan.
With small heads and chests and appetites gone. Slowly, we lost the need to look above ourselves. For these women began to appear in our reflection, those small eyes still there, but looking back at us now. And yet we stayed small all those years.
When you grow up in front of a mirror, you are trained to search for what is wrong. Chin up, leg tight, chest up, shoulders down, stomach in.
You seek it out. You spend years looking for these mistakes, these built-in fallacies, these wrongs. I wonder if those 6 other girls still look in the mirror and think,
chin up, leg tight, butt in, chest up, shoulders down, stomach in. Cover up.
Lose the layer.
You look like a woman now.
Is it just me?
Or do others look in the mirror and think?
32, 24, 36.
Measure again.
32, 24, 36.
Measure again.
In this mirror, standing in solemn skinniness, why have I always felt guilty, wronged, not disappeared enough? I'm not hungry, I'm just starving. I was 17 years old the last time I felt like I deserved to be looked at. And look, I understand that a skinny girl whining about her body image seems ridiculous when her body is the standard, but when you are told you are skinny from a young age, it feels like a warning not to become anything else.
When you are trained to be skinny from a young age, it feels like a betrayal to eat the food I used to never touch.
To be compared to over and over again to the girl next to me, or the one after that, knowing no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I could never be her. I need to be thin and pretty and hungry, and I want a happy ending, but I don't have one.
I don't get the movie not just me.
Every reflection I've looked in since has been that mirror.
Every puddle,
Black screen,
car window.
picture frame.
I see that girl
At 12,
at 13
the 6 other girls alongside her.
and the days ahead of her.
We don't talk anymore.
And we should talk more.
Clothes,
And
grab your bag,
count your calories
scrub your skin.
with hot water.
Maybe I thought if I scrubbed long enough, more of me would fall off and there would be less to loathe.
What does mental health look like for you?
Chaotic. Like a bunch of screens drawn by a 4-year-old child with melting crayon. Mental health for me is just taking care of my mind, my body, myself, and just, I don't know, something good about myself.
Maybe I'd have a better life if I just ignored it, but I don't. So like, I don't know.
Depressed, anxiety inducing, I guess a lot of mental drainage and pain.
Checking in with yourself. Making sure that you are emotionally just as much as you check in physically and you make sure your physical health is okay. You do the same for your emotions, for your feelings.
Oh man, this movie is radical.
I think it's boring. These movies are so unrealistic. No one actually falls in love like that. First date and now they're soulmates? Please.
Come on, dude, it's a classic.
Sorry, better not get too loud. No, I hate loud noises.
Don't worry, everything's fine. I'm just having a few people over. No biggie.
Fine. This is your warning.
I'll get it. Grady, thank you so much for coming, man. It means a lot.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course, we're just having a movie marathon?
Oh.
It's been pretty awesome so far. Do you want some popcorn?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Felice, the party is here. I know, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us in your movie. You brought pizza?
I did.
I freaking love pizza, man. How did you know?
I really am the best.
Felice, I don't think this is such a good idea. Doesn't really like parties or people, really, and neither does Shreestay. He doesn't look like he's having such a good time over there.
He just looks like that sometimes. Everyone is having a great time.
No, I'm not.
No, have some pizza, man.
Well, could you at least just try to keep it down? Hey! I love this song. Turn it out!
Listen, Penny, everything is fine. You just worry way too much as usual. I mean, yo, Diz, you brought Doritos? I love Doritos. Hey, pass up, I'm over here. I'm open.
What the hell? Who knocked over my plant?
Dude, I'm sorry, it was an accident, but that pass was awesome.
I told you I don't like parties. That was my favorite plant.
Oh, dude, it's not a big deal. It's just a fern, see? No big deal.
Guys.
He is not a fern. He is a ficus thing fern. My favorite ficus, and you broke him.
Dude, it was an accident. You could buy like a new one of those. Home Depot's right down the street.
That's not the point. You never listen. I told you I don't like parties.
Guys.
I'm not talking to you, Tristan. Shut up.
Whoa, dude. Government names? Are you serious?
And you. Do you seriously not go for fern?
It was an accident.
Just like leaving your dishes all over the counter and the greases in the carpet? Was it an accident like that?
No, I got busy, man. You just need to chill out.
Stop telling me to chill out. All you do is chill out. You're always in there making a mess. Do you even go to class?
They're online.
Yeah, right. I've never seen you do any work at all. You're just in there all day, and then you leave the door unlocked at night so your friends can walk in whenever they want.
No, it's a study group. We are finishing a project.
Bullshit. Let's watch movies and scream so loud to keep our roommates awake. That's what it is.
I bought you earmuffs for your birthday.
You shouldn't be that loud to begin with. It's called consideration.
I was considerate in getting you those earmuffs.
Ah! I hate them. I hate the earmuffs. I hate your friends. And I hate you.
You guys! I need to go take a shower.
much. That they're too strong for anyone to handle, which is why I do a good job of hiding them. I'm talking about the real deep ones. The ones that I don't allow other people to see because I'm afraid they'll look at me differently. I have this image I'm afraid will crack and break the second I let anyone know just how scared, insecure, unsure, and unlovable I feel all the damn time.
I don't know why I feel sad. Why I live with the fact that I'm sad the entire time. Is it because I don't fit in very well? Growing up, I was born here, but went to China from kindergarten to 4th grade. I came back and I started 5th grade in Hawaii. I've constantly battled myself. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? You're so stupid. You're a weak coward. A nobody. They'll never like you. You're awkward. No one likes you. Everybody hates you. Period. You're useless. But those are my assumptions.
It's exhausting. Wearing the mask is exhausting. And hiding behind it is even worse. I mean, it's a whole new level of exhausting. I've gotten so good at pretending to be okay all the time, but even on the days when I'm so clearly not okay, I still feel this need to pretend. I mean, someone could walk in here while I'm in a puddle of my own tears and ask, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And I know I would lie and blame it on being tired or stressed, which is only half the truth.
I've had an anger issue since 8th grade. Anger can sometimes lead to depression for me, which is something I've been fighting for years. Going through life in darkness, where I sit in prison in solitary confinement. Trying to scream for help, but all I can say is, where's the old me? Where's the old me? Where's the old me? No answer. I guess the old me is broken with pieces scattered everywhere, like a puzzle.
Because although I am both those things at the moment, there's like a much deeper issue at hand. And I can laugh, and I can make jokes about how, look, I'm crying. Point and laugh with me. I'm crying over all the workload I have. How silly. But it's a coping mechanism. I use jokes to hide behind the fact that I'm scared of my own feelings sometimes. Why are they so big? Why do they feel like waves crashing over and taking everything and everyone with them? They're all consuming.
It's a battle that I have been constantly dragged into, like a tug of war. Feeling like I'm a nobody and everybody hates me. I keep looking at myself in the mirror. Who is this person? Why is this person controlling me? Who am I? I close my eyes, then something hits me.
The waves of past disappointment, deep sadness, unrequited love, and insecurity that I felt all those years ago were like a fucking tsunami that destroyed an entire city. I still feel some of those waves now. I mean, some lighter than others, but I live with this fear that one day they'll come together and take me under. So that's why I'm afraid of immersing myself into these things that I truly want and crave. Hey, isn't that something? To want something so desperately, yet be so deeply afraid of it, all at once.
I got a text from a good friend of mine. She was crying on the inside and saying, hey, I'm here for you, and you're not broken. Please don't put yourself in a dark, just stay, please. Everybody cares about you and wants you to stay. I made a promise to her. Assumptions are always there for me no matter what, but I'm making peace with it no matter what. I'm learning to not let it get to me because their assumptions, not true.
He is going to run up the water bill. We are in a drought. I mean, what is he doing in there?
Look, he's probably singing. I mean, I always sing in the shower.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, fully do the fandango.
Felice, he isn't singing.
Well, of course he's singing. I mean, what else would one do in the shower? I mean,
Well, whatever he's doing, he better cut it out. He's using all the hot water.
Can you just, please, thank you. He isn't singing, he's crying.
what?
Yeah, he's crying in there. Your arguing upset him, and now he's having a breakdown.
Oh, well, it's annoying.
So he's really crying in there.
Yeah,
So every time he's needed to take a shower, is it because he's crying?
most of the time.
Jeez, I am. Truong, I mean,
Yeah, he usually turns on the shower so that nobody could hear him. I've just never said anything because I didn't want to embarrass him.
I can relate.
You can?
Don't sound so shocked. Have more than just one feeling, you know.
But I mean, you just seem so like angry all the time.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, I didn't know.
You never bothered to ask.
Huh. Well, I guess we don't know each other as well as we thought.
The crimson red. That's what it's about, isn't it? A beating heart, just empty of love, a cry for youth, free of the life sentence, claimed of age. It is not a life sentence I seek. It is the bitter sting of mortality. As the blade runs down my skin, creating rivers, its water a crimson red, a cry of life fleeing my throat, hoarse and raspy. I turn to the sky. I see visions of my ancestors, my future, my present, the darkness that awaits me. I yearn for nothing. Once in my life, I yearn not. I am at peace. At peace to say life is not bright. It is not welcome. I am not afloat. I am sinking to the depths. But I do not cry for help. I do not make a sound. I am not all right. I am cracked and chipped, but I don't want to find the pieces. I want to feel cold, the breeze brought in. I want to axe away more of my resilient walls. I want all of the kingdom to see that anarchy is upon us. Anarchy, a chaos born of a beating heart, empty of feeling, hoping to yearn again. A race in the night, no longer ran with vigor. Should chance to wish, it will be there when I arrive. The blade falls from my grasp, onto the ground. Deep red rubies drop against the forest floor. Fluttering, fleeting, butterfly kisses against my skin. Crimson rivers crawling down my arm, dripping to the rich soil where I stand. To give life as it's taken is a merit worth rewarding. As the structure fails and the cracks grow, I grip the blade, my lifeline, my answer to the bitter sting of mortality. Yet, it is only in dreams I seek the end. Only in dreams do I wish for sacrifice. Greater purpose sits on these shores, a purpose worth holding on to. The blade, the bitterness of mortality seeps back into the earth. The blood disappears into the soil. High vines reach into the sky. You touch my shoulder. I turn. Your eyes.
Are you all right?
I smile. One that reaches my eyes for once in a long while. I speak.
No, I'm not all right. And that's okay.
Mental health is impacted by everything, from the molecules and pebbles beneath our feet to the infinite mass of the universe. We are social creatures to a point, regardless of extroverted or introverted. We take in way more than we put out.
Mental health is impacted by repetition, rhythm, and growth. It is impacted by constant change.
Mental health is impacted by whatever a person may be going through, whether it be physically or an echo of how they were raised, or the way they were taught in school.
Or the environment you're currently in.
Or the culture you're raised on.
Or lifestyle and level of exercise you have.
Or the person next to you, or the friends you grew up with.
Or the ones you have loved and lost. Or even the love that you have for yourself.
Sometimes it's hard to feel grounded, to feel like I won't float away, and I'm tying myself to the nearest anchor to make all the intrusive thoughts going away. Tying myself to religion, a relationship, a job, anything to make everyone stop asking if I'm okay.
You are not a bad person because you've had a bad thought. Before I discovered I had OCD, I spent weeks obsessing about whether or not I was a disgusting, horrible person. It took me being at work and snapping and crying and running to the bathroom, grabbing my phone and Googling fear of being a bad person to realize that I'm not a bad person. I just have a real shit brain. This isn't me telling you to go out and self-diagnose, but if you are spending every second of every day feeling miserable, please know you don't have to. Look for help. It is there.
Mental health is a global issue. It needs to be properly addressed and dealt with to ensure the well-being of people's mental health. We must be alert and offer resources and help to those individuals that are in need.
People are finally thinking, people are finally saying, and people are finally acting on this epidemic, pandemic of the mind that we as people have been dealing with for centuries now. But we finally have a name for it.
Everyone has good days. Everyone has just okay days, and everyone has bad days. But ultimately, whether it's those good days, those bad days, or any of the days in between, sometimes it's okay to just let yourself breathe.
You are not alone, and you are never alone. You are fabulous, each and every single one of you. And you really must do and continue to slay the day, okay? Yeah, for sure. Let's see, happiness is not a destination, capiche? All right? Take care of yourself. That's important.
The toughest part is to actually take in that you are strong and you can do hard things. Look at where you are now, at this very moment. You have endured all that you have, and you're still here. So be gentle with yourself. Have the same grace you have on others, on yourself, because you too deserve it.
Stories exist. Lessons can be learned. We are alive. We are human. We all struggle with an invisible force. No matter who told us those feelings are all in our heads. No matter who told us to suck it up, that men don't cry. No matter who told us to not speak about it.
A lot of us, a good handful of us, have experienced some type of symptoms without even realizing it. The hardest thing to do when facing these problems is asking for help. You may not feel like they're gonna care or help. A lot of men feel like this. I was part of that group. I grew up in a small town where majority was Hispanic and Latino. A lot of guys I grew up with never really expressed how they feel, how they cared about each other, or even told them they loved them, just on the thought of being made fun of. Even in my age, I still see this machismo. So, call your homies, your friends, your siblings, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, uncles, your grandparents. Tell them that you love them, care for them, miss them. Even if you haven't spoken in a while, call them. Even if you left on bad terms. You don't want to lose the people you love the most. And all the people we have in our lives are the people that we love. And if you don't have anyone, we're here.
And you never know, one phone call could save a life. It always makes a huge difference.
Oh, yes. I have heard so much unsolicited mental health advice, but I actually appreciate that one. I also appreciate when someone told me to spend a little less time with the people that don't make you feel loved and supported, and a little more with the ones that do.
This might sound cliche, but I think he promised myself I would always stop and smell the roses whenever they are here. It helps me slow down and take in the beauty all around.
I like to write my feelings out and get them out of my head because that allows me to reflect on them later, but crying and letting those emotions out has really helped me too.
A good night's sleep always helps me. Without it, I'm literally just a mess.
I enjoy a great meal.
walks and just watch the sunset. Oh, and what about our director's one and only rule, which is to take care of yourself and others, and the rest is fair fucking game.
I always love Garrison Keeler's sign-off line. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.
That is a good one. My favorite has been, diamonds are made under pressure, but bread don't rise as we let it rest.
Oh my gosh, yes, it is so important to just rest. Sometimes it's okay to not be okay and to just let yourself take a break.
Oh, there's another scientifically proven mood booster, and it's
Dance break! This one's for you too. You guys need to dance.
Before I say my goodbyes and thank you, I want to invite a special person up stage. Diana, could you come up real quick?
Diana has been fabulous person. She has been such a director.
This is not the rest of
Thank you. Thank you so much for all of the work that you have done with each and every one of us. This play would literally not happen if you weren't here to help guide us and help us grow, and you did just that. So we put a little care package together because you gotta take care of others and yourself.
Alright, now back to the show. I wanted to say thank you. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you for watching our show. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. We hope you had a beneficial experience. And if you want to use caps at CPP, please do so. And from the whole cast and the whole crew, we want to say, I hope you have a great night and a great night's sleep. Thank you so much. We need to take a picture.
I love this crowd.
I love this crowd. It's